Welcome back for another deep dive. We're going to be getting into Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker today.
Oh, yeah, I love this book.
That's a great one, right? We're looking specifically at an excerpt that you sent me that I thought was super fascinating
Yeah,
about how rich and poor people view the world differently,
absolutely.
and specifically when it comes to opportunities and obstacles.
It's really about how our beliefs about wealth can shape our realities.
Yeah.
And a lot of these beliefs come from our childhood.
Yeah, so Eker, he makes this bold claim, right? Rich people see opportunities,
Yes.
where poor people see obstacles.
It's that.
It's like that classic question, is the glass half full or half empty?
Right.
But like with this financial twist.
Yeah. It's interesting how he takes that concept and applies it to wealth.
Yeah, and he goes deeper than that, right? He's not just saying like, oh, they see things differently.
No.
It's about how those different perspectives actually lead to different actions.
Different actions, or in some cases, inaction.
Totally, or inaction, right.
Yeah.
Like you can see the opportunity, but do you actually seize it?
Mm-hmm.
So he provides this example about a land investor.
Yeah, the lucky land investor.
This lucky land investor.
Buys this property that seems like a total dud.
Yeah.
Way out in the middle of nowhere, and then years later, a huge shopping center pops up right next door, and suddenly this guy's a millionaire.
Right. So was he just lucky, or was this like some brilliant move?
Well, that's the question, right? Eker suggests it might be a bit of both.
Yeah.
But the crucial point is nothing happens without action.
Right.
Even if luck plays a role, you have to be in the game to benefit from it.
Okay, so this is where the mindset difference comes in.
Yes.
Rich people, they're willing to take these calculated risks to act on opportunities, even when they aren't sure how things will turn out.
And that's a big difference, right?
So it's not just about seeing the opportunity.
Exactly.
It's about being willing to seize it.
Right. But like, why are some people so hesitant to do that?
Well, that's where that idea of subconscious programming comes in.
Okay.
Eker argues that many of us, especially those who grew up with this scarcity mindset, we've internalized this belief that risks are dangerous.
Yeah.
That failure is something to be avoided at all costs.
Right.
And that fear is so paralyzing, it can prevent us from even trying.
Oh, totally. Even when we have a great opportunity right in front of us.
Exactly.
It's like that fear just keeps us stuck in our comfort zones, even if we're not happy there.
Right. And, he has a great line.
Yeah.
If you want to get rich, focus on keeping and investing your money. If you want to be poor,
right,
focus on spending your money.
It's such a blunt statement,
Yeah.
but it makes you think.
It does. It makes you think about where your focus lies.
Where is your focus?
Right.
What are you spending your time on?
Exactly.
So how do we shift our focus from what we don't want to what we do want? Well, he introduces this concept from his enlightened warrior training program called Ready, Fire, Aim.
Ready, fire, aim.
Which is basically the opposite of how most of us are taught to approach things, right?
Yeah.
We're taught to plan everything out perfectly before taking any action.
Oh, yeah. But he's saying.
It's funny you mention that because he tells this story about working at Mother Butler's pie shop.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to open a dessert cafe, but instead of getting bogged down in all this market research and, all this planning, he decided to get in the corridor, which is his term for like immersing yourself in the environment where you want to succeed. So even though he wanted to own this cafe, he started at the bottom working as a busboy at Mother Butler's.
Oh, wow.
Sweeping floors, washing dishes, learning the business from the ground up.
That's awesome.
And you won't believe what happened.
What happened?
Yeah.
So he ends up working at this pie shop.
And it's like the perfect example of that ready, fire, aim principle.
Right.
Instead of waiting for that perfect opportunity or overthinking his business plan, he just took action.
Yeah. He got his hands dirty.
Yeah. And he learned as he went.
And that seemingly insignificant job sweeping floors actually led him to $1 million business venture in fitness equipment.
No way.
It's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. It's amazing how like these unexpected paths can open up when you just take that first step.
I think what's so fascinating about that story is it highlights the importance of embracing uncertainty.
Yeah.
He's not saying you shouldn't plan at all, but he's challenging the idea that we need to have everything figured out before we take action.
Before we even start.
Yeah, sometimes the best way to learn and to create opportunities is just to dive in.
Yeah, just go for it.
and adjust as you go.
Right. But I imagine some people might be thinking like, okay, what if I take action and it's the wrong action?
Oh, yeah.
What if I fail?
He addresses that fear head on. He says that rich people are comfortable with those calculated risks because they see them as stepping stones, not roadblocks.
Okay.
They understand that failure is often part of the process, a valuable learning experience that can lead to even greater success.
So it's about reframing our relationship with risk.
Yes.
Not seeing it as something to be avoided,
Exactly.
but as a necessary part of growth. I think it's interesting how he also talks about the impact of our environment and upbringing on our financial mindset.
Absolutely.
He believes that our subconscious programming, the beliefs and behaviors we were exposed to as kids can actually support or sabotage our financial journeys.
Totally. And, if you grew up surrounded by scarcity, constantly hearing about money being tight or not taking risks, it's only natural to internalize those beliefs.
Right. It's like those beliefs become ingrained in our thinking.
Yeah.
Almost like a default setting.
Default setting.
So how do we break free from that?
Well, Eker suggests that we need to become aware of these subconscious beliefs and actively challenge them.
Okay.
He encourages us to identify our wealth file. The ingrained beliefs we hold about money and rewrite them with more empowering and abundant messages.
So it's like giving ourselves a mental makeover.
Exactly.
Replacing those old limiting beliefs with ones that support our financial goals.
Yes.
But it's not just about thinking positive thoughts.
Yes.
Right.
It's about aligning our actions with our new beliefs.
Okay.
It's about taking those calculated risks, focusing on opportunities, and consistently moving towards our goals, even when we face obstacles.
So connecting all of this back to you, the listener.
Yes.
What does this all mean for your own life and aspirations?
Well, it's not about striving to become a millionaire just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that you have the power to change your financial reality by shifting your mindset, embracing opportunities, and taking action. It's about understanding that your past doesn't have to define your future.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's empowering to realize that we're not just victims of circumstance.
Yeah.
We have the ability to choose our thoughts and actions.
Absolutely.
And in doing so, we can create a more abundant and fulfilling life.
It's about recognizing that even small shifts in our thinking and behavior can have a profound impact over time. Yeah. Imagine like a winding river.
Yeah.
You can't see the entire path ahead, but you can focus on navigating the next bend. Similarly, you don't need to have all the answers right now. Just take that first step, learn as you go, and trust that the path will unfold.
That's such a great analogy.
Yeah.
It reminds me how Eker talks about getting in the corridor.
Exactly.
Even though his goal was to open a cafe, he started by sweeping floors at a pie shop.
Right.
That seemingly small action led him to a completely unexpected opportunity.
Exactly. It's a powerful reminder that we don't always know where our journey will lead us. But taking action, even if it's outside our comfort zone, can open doors we never imagined.
And it brings us back to that idea of ready, fire, aim.
Yes.
It's about being willing to experiment, to learn from our mistakes, and to adjust our course as we go.
Precisely.
And I think it's important to acknowledge that this approach won't be right for everyone.
Right.
Or every situation.
Yeah.
There are times when careful planning and analysis are crucial.
Absolutely.
But I think Eker's core message of taking action and embracing uncertainty is incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
Especially for those of us who might be feeling stuck or overwhelmed by our goals.
Absolutely. And as you pointed out earlier, it's not just about finances.
Right.
These principles can be applied to any area of life where we want to create positive change.
Now, I want to bring you, the listener, back into this conversation.
Yes.
Have you had any get in the corridor moments in your own life?
Oh, I love that.
Have you taken a leap of faith that led to an unexpected opportunity?
Yeah. It's amazing how sometimes those small decisions can lead to those big things.
Yeah. And sometimes those corridor moments are right in front of us.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right.
But we're too afraid to recognize them or to step outside of our comfort zone.
Absolutely.
But as we've been talking about, Eker's book really challenges us
to
examine those fears and consider what might be possible if we embrace that more action-oriented mindset.
It's about recognizing that we have more control over our realities than we often think.
Yeah.
It starts with becoming aware of our subconscious programming.
Yeah.
Those beliefs about money that might be holding us back.
Right. And then actively choosing to focus on opportunities, taking calculated risks, and remembering that setbacks are valuable.
Yes, they're learning experiences.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a process of continuous growth and adjustment.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, I'd love to leave you with this thought-provoking question. If you had to choose one area of your life to apply this ready, fire, aim principle right now, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What's one step, even a small one, you could take today to move closer to that goal?
Maybe it's finally launching that side business you've been dreaming of, or having that difficult conversation you've been putting off, or even just taking a small step towards a healthier lifestyle.
Totally.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Remember, you don't have to have all the answers right now.
Right.
The most important thing is to take action.
Yeah, just get started.
And trust that you can adjust and learn as you go.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing those boundaries.
Yes.
Until next time, happy diving.